YouTube is happening. It is Saturday, June 14th. We're going to talk about baseball first today. You see, we have a typical slate. We have everybody playing like usual, all 15 games, nothing crazy. We're going to look at the spreadsheet. We're going to look at the props to see if we can find some value. But first, let's recap how yesterday went, shall we? We took all of these plays. Skeens only pitched 5 innings. And what can you do? He had a bunch of pitches. He came out early. He did not get 7 strikeouts, whatever. Toronto got obliterated, so that's 0-2. Miami did hit the first 5 money line. That was nice. Crochet had 7 strikeouts. I thought he might get that 8th one against Judge in the 9th. Judge hit a home run, so whatever. He had 3 other strikeouts against Judge, though. So, over 9 hit in Colorado easily. Perez hit the HRR. Gordon hit the hits allowed, and Castillo hit strikeouts. So, all in all, that's a 5-3 day. That's profit. We love profits around here. Money in the bankroll. So, if you want the plays typed out for every sport I do, or access to the spreadsheet, that way you can do your own research. All you got to do is go check out the HQ. Simple as that. So, enough wasting time. Let's go ahead and jump. Actually, wait. Got to do the weather. Got to make sure you see the weather, because otherwise some people are going to say something. So, I got you, don't worry. Refreshed it. Let's come back over. This is Roto Grinders. Awesome site, obviously. We got Washington, Miami. There's your weather there. Detroit, wind blowing to the right field pole, 10 miles an hour. You can see nothing, no rain there. No rain in Chicago. Wind blowing in. That's going to help towards the lower under, obviously. Baltimore, maybe some rain. Nothing really windy. Texas in a dome. Philly, maybe some rain. Milwaukee in a dome. Atlanta, maybe some rain. Same story. And nothing. Mets, a lot of rain, wind blowing in. Arizona, nothing. Boston, nothing. Seattle, nothing. Dodgers, nothing. So there you go. So that's it. Those are our games going. That's the weather for the games. We have 15 games. Let's jump to that first one right now. All right, let's go. First game, we're looking at Miami and Washington. Currently, we got Washington slight favorite. 9 is our total. Head over to the spreadsheet. We can see that. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot Washington was this bad. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. They are bad. Oof. Lost 6. Miami's 3-7, but they ain't that bad. At least Miami can hit the ball. Washington can't do nothing. Well, I know where we're going on this one. We're leaning Miami heavy. Trevor Williams going up against who? Cade Gibson? Who the hell's Cade Gibson? Let's go find out. Schedule. Let's open up Cade Gibson. And then we go over to, so I can zoom out. And we look at Cade Gibson. Man, he even got a picture. You're going up against the transparent man. He ain't even real. So he's a bullpen guy, clearly. 0.93, 12 Ks, 109 whip. Let's see his season. How many games you've been in? You have been in 12 games. You have 19 innings. Good job. 16 hits, 2 earned runs. That ain't bad. So you can see his last 2 games, 1.1, 1.0. So it's a bullpen game. Miami's launching a bullpen game. Washington's launching, well, hell, who knows what they're going to launch, because he got no offense. Trevor Williams is the pitcher today. Let's see, can he do anything good? Earned runs, let's take a look. Let's dig a little deeper, shall we? And earned runs, 5.443, 5.05. What the hell, dude? All over the damn place. All right, matchups, let's dig deeper. All right, Williams versus Miami. What do we have? Anybody good? Edwards is at 857. I ain't the best at math, but I think that's 6 out of 7. I think that's pretty good. With a 2, I mean, he might slap a single. Sanchez is 15 at bats, 333, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies, and a 1.1. Sanchez might be a place at the point Sanchez and Edwards. Let's go look at these 2 on the hit charts. There's Sanchez. RBI, just an RBI. That's it. That's the best we got. It's an RBI. That's a weird one to have. But let's look at the HR. Last 10. Ew. Yeah. How about just hit the ball? Ugh. RBI though, huh? Yeah. If you want to play plus 165 RBI, by all means. I ain't taking none of that. So yeah, there's your stuff for that. Miami versus righties. There you go. Washington versus lefties, and then Cade versus Washington. You can see the numbers. Yeah, nothing looks good in this one. Why are we wasting our time? This is kind of Miami's been doing a bullpen game with the better offense. Washington has an actual starter who is all over the damn place. Over would be the thing I would take if I had leaned something. It would be over, but I'm passing. Moving on. Next. All right, moving on. Game 2 is going to be Cincinnati and Detroit. And we got Detroit 170 with 8.5 hours total. We look over here. We see a lot of yellow. Some green, a little bit of red mixed in. Nothing standing out between these 2. They're both 6 and 4. Nothing stands out. So let's go over to the pitchers. Who is going out there today? In this one, it is going to be Jack Flaherty versus Brady Singer. Singer has been giving up walks like crazy. You can see that. Detroit, how are you at walks? You're 20th. Not good enough for us. Flaherty hits has not been good. He's not been giving up hits. Singer's not giving up hits either. So both teams are doing pretty good. But Singer has not gotten 5 strikeouts. Are you really that bad at strikeouts? Are you really that bad? No way, right? Yeah. Yeah, that way. You're that bad. Okay. Whatever. Look at the earned runs. Singer's earned runs is 2.9 last 10 with a 2.4 last 5. Get a little bit better. Let's look at Flaherty's earned runs just so we can compare the two before we pop the hood. And pretty good. Earned runs last 10, he's averaging 2.4. Last 5, 1.2. Now, San Fran, White Sox, and Cubs. Okay. Matchups, Flaherty versus Cincinnati. And nothing's jumping out at me so far. We go to righties, you can see the righty scores, and Detroit versus righties, and then Detroit versus Singer. There you go. There's your stuff. So again, nothing in this one looks good. We're not wasting time today. We're going to pass next. All right, move on to Pittsburgh and the Cubbies. Currently Chicago 230 on the money line with a 7.5. We pop over here and we see everything, and that's a lot of red. My God, Chicago. Remember, we were talking like 3-4 days ago. It said Chicago's on a downtrend. Hey, there you go. There's your data. They went from like being number 1 all the way to the floor, basement level, baby. And you can see how they've been doing. Pittsburgh 7-3. Really? All right, Pittsburgh. I see you. I see you. All right, let's go look at pictures. Because that's an under nerfy potential, whatever. That's what I'm thinking in this one so far. First initial reaction. And pictures, we got Matthew Boyd versus Mike Burrows. Burrows has nothing really going on, so we'll have to look at it another way. Boyd, a lot of this, maybe earned runs. 4 out of 5, he's given at least 2 earned runs. Pittsburgh can't score, so. And Boyd has been giving up hits, but Pittsburgh can't hit. Neither can Chicago. So, but Chicago has talent, which is always good. It's always nice to have some talent. Bad teams with a bunch of red, yeah, we know we're safe. Bad teams with talent, I mean, good talent teams like this, they're going to break this soon. You know they are. So, I ain't betting on that. Let's just look at these two, pop the hood a little bit, see what we can find out between them. Let's do earned runs. There's Boyd's earned runs last 10 games. You can see what he's been up to. We can go last 5, averaging up 2, not bad. Everything's this season. And Burrows, which you've been up to. So you pitched in 4 games this whole season, and you went 4-4-0-2 in 5, 3, 5, and 4 innings. Okay, not terrible. Let's look Boyd versus Pittsburgh. Historically, we got some data. We got a lot of green. We have no home runs, though, oddly enough. Interesting. Against lefties, you can see how Pittsburgh's done this year. They do better against righties. Chicago, whoa. Bart loves them some lefties. 385. I just realized that. Bart loves a lefty. Chicago versus righties, there you go. And then Burrows versus Pitt. For Chicago, nothing. Again, nothing. Now, is he good enough? Is this good enough to take an under? It is 7.5. It's a little sketchy. I can tell you right now, a little sketch. Both pitchers earned runs, 1.5, not bad. Burrows, not bad. Arizona's, yeah, Milwaukee, Houston, Miami. I almost want to take a nerfy just because the 2 offenses are so damn bad. And I might just do it. You know what? Hell with that. I am going to do it. Nerfy, baby. Next. That's no runs first inning for those unaware. So start the top of the second, tied at 0. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Next. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Angels in Baltimore. And I got to scroll for this one. There it is. 155 Baltimore with a 9.5 total. We come over here and we see Baltimore's numbers are a little bit better. They're average at best. Angels, they're terrible except for scoring. They can score. Hey, they can't hit the ball well. They don't get on base. They don't slug, but somehow, some way, they get runs. Hey, so 5 runs a game versus 4, 7-3 for 6-4. You see the numbers. Let's go to pitchers. See who's in this one. Currently, we have who's rocking this one. Angels and O's. AO, Tyler Anderson, Mr. Anderson versus Suganu. Okay, Tomoyuki has not been doing strikeouts, has not been giving up walks. Anderson has given up earned runs and has given up hits. Baltimore, how are you earn runs and hits? You were 19th in runs and 18th in hits. Not what I want to see. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work. So can't really take a prop in either one of these two, but we can look at them and see if we take a side, maybe a total. So earned runs for Anderson, last 2.6, last 5, he's gotten worse, 3.6. Outside the random outing against the Yankees where he pitched great, weird, he's been awful. So not awful, he ain't sends to tell you he's bad. So let's go to Suganu. Earned runs last 10, 2.1, last 5, 2.6. So 2.6 and a 3.6. So that's coming out to a 6.2. Total sitting at a 9.5. Ooh, let's look at the matchups. Maybe we got some history we can take. Saganu versus Angels. There's all your dudes. Nothing really there. Against righties, that's the Angels. Baltimore versus lefties, and then Baltimore versus Anderson. Gunner is 7 at bats, 571 with a home run with a 1.9 OPS. That is interesting. That might be, if Gunner's hot, I could consider taking it. Let's see if he's popping up on the recent batters. Dude, no, he is. Nobody is. How? Yeah, these two teams are not doing well offensively. It's to the point where Gunner is way down here in the 40% range. But that ain't good. We can't mess with that. So, yep, this game's going to be where it belongs. On the curb, getting picked up for trash day. Pass next. All right, next up, we got Toronto and Philadelphia. And Toronto's numbers fell off because it's a 10-game rolling average. You'll see it in a second. Remember, they were like really green. There were a bunch of ones, and they kind of showed more green. Yeah, they lost some of that green already. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Where's it at? Where's that? Toronto. There it is. 178 Philly with an 8.5 total. Look at our spreadsheet. We see, look, they're falling off. They're only 10th in runs now, 8th in hits in the last 10 average, obviously, because we do a rolling average here. And we can see 7, 3, 4, and 6, blah, blah, blah. Let's pop over here to the pitchers. Toronto, Phillies. I want to take Sanchez versus Bowden. Francis, you bum. You took my money last time. You took my lunch money. Sanchez earned runs has not been good. Sanchez strikeouts has been good, but Toronto is still number 1 in strikeouts. They don't strike out much. Sanchez walks has been bad. Even though Toronto doesn't strike out, they don't walk either. So I don't know. They just don't walk. They don't want to. So whatever works for them. So let's look at these two so we can figure out what we're doing. Sanchez earned runs 1.5. He has hits 1.9 last 10 with a 2.2 average. I mean, yeah, if you want to take this. Toronto's 10th in runs, but they got beat up yesterday. So I don't know. Francis earned runs last 10, 3.4. Last 5, 3.2. He got rocked by Philly. Oh. Well, look who rocked you last time. Philadelphia rocked you right here, literally in the 3rd. How about them apples? Let's look at that. Let's see, Sanchez versus Toronto. There is the stats. There you go. Nothing really standing out. Not many at bats. Schneider's 333. He's 3 for 9 with a home run. That's not that impressive. I need more than 9 at bats data. So, or at least have a 5-something average. Like, come on now. Against lefties, there's your Toronto numbers. Nothing. Philly versus righties, there you go. And Philly versus Bowden, Francis. Schwarber has a 400. Doesn't matter because it's not many at bats. He has a home run though. Yeah. I think I might take the over. You got rocked last time. How did you do against? Did you not pitch against Toronto? You did, and you pitched great against Toronto. Okay, and now that was in Toronto. This is in Philly now. So Philly's at home and they just face each other. I could take Philly at home with the money line. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I'm gonna take, and not guess what? We are going to go the route of ignoring the bullpen again. I like that. It worked out. Well, it went 1-1 yesterday, but hey, whatever. I feel good about it. Anytime I ain't got to worry about a bullpen, I'm happy. So, match details, game lines, first 5, money line, Philly 180. Ooh, how about run line? Can I get a minus Philly one? Yeah, Philly cannot be. They have to be winning by 1. They can't be tied. They can't be losing. Give me Philly. It's for the juice, really. If I want to do that, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to take that. Minus half. First 5, though. Do I want to do that? Or just go the full game? If I'm going to go the full game, I might as well do that then, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because I go full, if anything. Let's be real. You know what? Let's do it. We're going to go Philly 1.5 on the run line today. We're just going to do it. I like how they happened last game. Now it's in Philadelphia. Give me Philly minus 1.5 run line. Yep. Going for it. I'm going for the gamble. I want the plus juice. We're going to take that next. Okay, next up we have Chicago and Texas on the line. Let's see what we got over here. Cook it up. And we see White Sox. Am I blind? I am. There they are. 375 Texas. Wow. 7.5 total. That's hefty. That is very hefty. Okay, spreadsheet. Numbers are about the same. They're scoring more than them, but they're doing better. Batting average better. Okay, so the main categories that matter. Chicago's not doing well, and Texas is doing way better than them. 5-5 Chicago. Not bad. Let's come over here. Let's get rid of these two dudes and bring up the pitchers in this game. It's going to be Jacob deGrom going out there versus. Oh God, who is Chicago sending out there? I know they traded for Savale from Milwaukee yesterday, and Savale's going to go out there. Is it today or is it tomorrow? It could be. No, because they got some chap by the name of Mike Vassell going out there today. He has a picture. That's good. No, say it's a bullpen game. It's a bullpen game for the White Sox. Oh God, yeah, Texas all day. Texas by 30. Let's see. Yeah, he is not the best bullpen guy. Couple game. Now he pitches like 3 innings too, so he does give up some runs occasionally. Interesting. Let's see. So we're gonna fade the White Sox here. That's a good day to fade them. Let's go back over to ye old pitches. Or let's go to the Grum. How long is this man going to pitch in this game? Let's see. This is his strikeouts, so you can see. Oh, how do you go 0 strikeouts in 5 innings, good sir? How? But then you can do this. You face the White Sox anytime soon? You know you have not. All right, we'll get to you. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Earned runs, you can see it's 1 or 2 because he's just been nasty. This is why Texas is such a big favorite. 1.5 for 165 sounds like a good deal to me. DeGrom versus Chicago history, nothing there really. Against righties, that's your Chicago numbers. Texas versus righties, and then Texas versus Mike Vassell. There's your numbers. So yeah, let's just keep it real. Texas should win by a lot, probably. The bats are better. Like this is going up against a Chicago White Sox bullpen game. Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. And this is going up against Jacob deGrom. So, yeah, Texas run line. We're just going to go for that one. Where's that? Let me show you what it is. It is 1.5, 165. It's a little juicy for a 1.5, but damn it, I'll take it. So we're going to go TEX minus 1.5 and move on to the next one. All right, from there, we're going to A's and Royals, which has, and currently, where are the A's? We're down here. We got to move down. There we are. It is KC 155 at a 9.5 total spreadsheet. We load up and we can see a lot of green and yellow. Not bad at all. Both teams doing decent in the main categories. They're good at runs, but they're good at hits. They're better at average. So nothing stands out. There's no advantage for either side. We go to pitchers, we get rid of deGrom, we come over here, we pop it up, we go A's Royals, we go whoop. Lorenzen versus Jacob Lopez. Lopez has hit 4 strikeouts, but you're going up against the Royals, who are second in strikeouts. You don't believe me? Let me show you. There it is. KC, don't strike out. That's just something they don't do. Lorenzen hits allowed. You're going up against the A's, who is 12th in hits. Potential in that one. So we'll open that one, take a little peek in there. We'll open up Lopez earned runs to take a look as well. So we'll start with the hits first and see who you shut down the White Sox, but before that you were giving up 7-7, 11-7. Ooh. Any of these versus the A's recently? No. Last 5 you're averaging 6.6. You're at 6. That's too much. I know the A's are good with the bats right now, but I don't know if they're that good. Because he shut down the White Sox, he might be feeling it, so we're going to pass on that one. We come over here, we look at Lorenzen versus A's historically, nothing, yeah, not enough bad. Brown 0 for 11 is kind of something I could even look at. If Brown under could be a play here. Could be, hold up. It might be a weird play. We've only taken one under ever. Double digit over? I mean, it might be worth it. Let's go look, shall we? Come with me. And let's see, do we see Brown anywhere on this list? Okay, let's go under. Let's see, hell, I think we got to type Brown in to make it work, because otherwise we're going to be here a minute. Brown ain't even on here. That's probably a bad sign. Let's not. Yeah, if Brown ain't on there, then why are you, outlier, why are you showing me it if I can't play it? Like, damn, shameful. That would be bad. Oh, well. He might be hurt. I have no clue. I'm not digging that deep into it. So against righties, you can see, damn, they love them some righties, don't they? And then KC versus lefties, there you go. And then KC versus Jacob, nothing there. So Lorenzen hits, we're not going to take that. I don't particularly know what to do. Let's, Jacob, Lorenzen, what's your earned runs? We didn't look at that yet. 4, 6, 7. Damn, Lorenzen. Okay, never mind. You were not that good. Ooh, you're giving up a 4.2 in your last 5 outings. Houston, San Francisco, Cincy, St. Louis, Chicago. You still give up at least 2 to everybody. What's the over under this game? 9.5? I don't know. Jacob earned runs 7-0. How many innings did you pitch? 4, 1.27. Okay, you pitched a couple good ones. Damn, this is hard. Both offenses are good. Both pitchers are kind of bad. I kind of just want to take the over, right? Doesn't that, you agree? It kind of makes sense, right? Both these pitchers, and then we look over here, we see all this green and yellow. It's like, I kind of like the over. It's 9.5 though. It's a little pricey, but I'll go for it. We'll rock with it. Give me the over in this one. Next. All right, moving on to Tampa and the Mets, and let's roll down. Where'd they go? There they are. 134 New York, 7 is our total. They had a ton of runs in their game yesterday. Easy over if you took that. Both top 5 in offense, 7-3 for both teams. They're doing overall better in all the other categories. Tampa's right behind them though, so yeah. There's no real advantage. The over has an advantage. There we go. An over an advantage for sure. Maybe fading pitcher advantage, certain things like that. So let's go over here and look at our pitchers in this one. Rays and Mets. McGill going up because of Rasmussen. Rasmussen has been, okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's look at you closer. McGill has not been good. Okay, so are we getting a Tampa pitcher lean? Geez, yeah, okay. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. So they got him at 2.5 today, plus 125, because they're like, yeah, the Mets might tee off on him, but he's been pretty good. So I don't know. A 0.4 is the lowest we've seen in a 5-game stretch this season. We've never seen it. We've seen 0.6, 0.4. We've never seen a 0.2 or a 0.0, but here you go. And this is who it gets. Miami, Toronto. Toronto's hot. We know this. Minnesota, Texas, who is hot now, and then Miami again. So we just saw Miami earlier. 6 innings. Pretty nasty stuff. And let's go over here and look at McGill. Look at your earned runs. Wow, McGill. What the hell, dude? What the hell is even that? 2.6. Last 5, you're 2.6 as well. So 2.6 versus 0.4. Tampa, clear pitching advantage. Mets, slight lean in the bats. So I could take Tampa plus 1.5, can I? I sure can. Let's look at the histories. History. McGill versus righties. There you go. Anybody stand out? Nope. Righties versus Tampa. There you go. Mets first righties, and then Mets first Rasmussen. And again, nothing at all to her for us. So I think with the way this is going, I like the pitch. I gotta back this dude. We're gonna back him to an extent. So let's come over here. Let's go game lines. Let's see if we can finesse like a first 5 plus half or something crazy for Tampa. So we're going to go run line plus half, first 5, 160. I could work with that. I could absolutely work with that. Yeah, we'll take that. Tampa to either be tied or winning. They cannot be losing. They have to be tied or winning at the top of the 6th inning. So give me that for Tampa, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, moving on to Minnesota and Houston, and that is a lot of green you're about to see. It's like a football field. There's so much green. Where is it at? Where is it at? It's Minnesota. Right there. Got them. Houston 120. They hit the game for me. 120 with a 7. 7? Okay. Sure. Bet. Look at these offenses. Whoop. There you go. Yeah, offense is doing good. Good stuff. Let's see if the pitchers are bad. If we have bad pitchers, it's gonna be easy over. Let's see. Give me something bad. Bad pitchers. No whammy. And Minnesota Twins and stop. Haas, Hunter Brown. Oh my God. And Joe Ryan. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. That's why it's 7. Oh man. All right. Earned runs. Let's look at both of them because there's nothing else here for us. Earned runs for Joe Ryan. This in the last 10, he's at 1.6. Last 5, 1.6. He's a beast. We know this. Outside of 4. Ooh, a 4 spot. And then Hunter Brown. Ooh. Tampa got him for 5. 1.2 last 10. 1.6. They're both at 1.6. Yeah. Of course they are. But they're both going up against beast offenses too, so I don't know what to do. We'll look at histories. Maybe there's a batting matchup we can exploit in this one. Brown. Oh, Minnesota likes Hunter Brown apparently. Look at that. They tee off on this man. Damn. Damn. What? What? All right. Castro 6 for 10. Francis 13 at bats with a 308. Buxton's got a 333, which is literally 4 for 12, which doesn't sound good, but hey, baseball term is great. Yeah, that's not bad. They do well. Let's see righties. There you go. Let's go Houston versus righties and Houston versus Joe Ryan. Anybody stand out? Anybody really looking good? Rogers is 4 for 5 with a home run. Got a couple home runs. Again, not good enough. I'm not taking it. I can't. You got awesome pitchers. You got awesome bats. You got nothing else I really care about. So I can't take a Yurfie. I can't take a Nerfy. I can't take an over. I can't take an under. I can take a pass though. I want to take a pass. Next. All right, moving on to Bravo in the ATL, and currently Bravo's 325 of it. 325. Damn. It is Colorado. 8.5 is our total. Colorado was up 4-1 earlier. in the game yesterday. They were up. It was looking great. And I was like, man, maybe I should have took Colorado. And then all of a sudden, 12-4 final. Like, oh, good thing I did it. I had the over. It was great. Good stuff. So we look over here at the spreadsheet. Again, it's still telling me to take the over. We see over numbers here. That's good. Braves numbers are even better than they were yesterday. Their numbers are still good. Second in average. Second in hits. Good job. Let's go over here to the old pitches. And this is going to be like a Chase Dollander day, isn't it? It's going to be something for the Rockies. Say, I didn't even know that. I just guessed. Yeah, I do way too many. I do videos every day. I kind of got the rotations down now. Dollander versus Strider. Strider earned runs. He's been a little all over the place. He's still getting in the swing of things. This is April for him, basically, because he didn't really get his April. So Dollander is, no, not that bad, actually. Let's see. Strider, April, May, June. So, yeah, he's pitched 4 outings since he came out. He pitched 1 out. Yeah, so in the last 5, he's averaging 3. He's only pitched 5 games. 4, really. Let's only count the 4. So he shut Philly down, but Arizona got him. Ew. All right. Dollander, what you been up to? 3.4 last 10, last 5, 3.2. That ain't good. That ain't good. But Rocky standards, it's average. Not bad. Let's look at the matchups. Strider versus Rocks. There you go. Nothing. Righties against Rocks. Righties versus Braves. Righties versus Dollander. I mean, Atlanta versus Dollander. Nothing. Again. So we have one pitcher who is all over the damn place, who is a stud who hasn't figured out his form yet. So that's what it is. And then we have somebody who's had shines of being average, but it's probably just overall bad. So we have a total of 8.5. Guess where we're going? Over 8.5. We're going to take that next. Ooh, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Nerfy. I saw the screen. Nerfy. All day. We're going for it. Give me decent pitchers. It's a Nerfy. Why do you ask? Well, it's 120 with an 8 total. Sure. Don't even care about that. Look at this. Nerfy. Green Nerfy's good. Red batting good for Nerfy. So, yeah, Milwaukee's hit the Nerfy 9 out of 10 times on their side in the last 10. St. Louis has hit it 8 out of 10 times. They're averaging 0.2 runs in the first inning in the last 10 games. Milwaukee's averaging 0.1, which means they've scored 1 run in the first inning in the last 10 games. That's what that means. So, and then both teams can't score runs. They can't hit the ball. They can't, their average is terrible. They can't get on base. They don't walk much. Nerfy. Just give me decent pitchers. We're taking a Nerfy. I don't care the bad pitchers. I'm going to take a Nerfy. So that's how bad I'm like, whatever. Do not care in this one. Let's see. Pitchers. Brucro, Cardinals, Palante versus Quintana. Somebody in the Patreon chat or just one of the members pointed out, don't do it. So why? What's this say? All right, Terry, what you put? You said Palante's Nerfy record is 3-2. Quintana's record is 1-1. You son of a bitch. All right. I might still take it anyways. So we'll see. Let's look at the histories and everything too. So thought about it. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna do it. I might do it. Let's see. Earn runs for Palante. Yeah, you've been kind of. What are you averaging? 3.4. That ain't really good. Last 5, 3.4. You ain't that good, buddy. You ain't that guy, pal. You ain't that guy. Quintana. Let's see. 1.8. Not bad. 2.2 in last 5. Okay. Matchups. Quintana versus Cardinals. And we have a lot of history. Nolan is 0.56. That's what, 1 for 18? That's got to be what that is. Damn. Terrible. Charles Barkley to pop in. Terrible. Let's see. We got lefties against St. Louis. There's your numbers. We got Milwaukee versus righties. Milwaukee versus Palante. Anything standing out? There's a home run with a 250. Don't really care about that. 429, a 7 at bats for Contreras. Not loving that. I mean, it's only 7 at bats. Not too crazy. So, to be frank, I think I'm still going to do it. I'm going to roll the dice. Palante is not that good. Like Quintana, yeah, but Palante? I see the Nerfy. I see your Nerfy records. I see this, but I also raise you this. So I see this. So I'm going to follow this. And if I'm wrong, I will get props. But guess what? Yeah, I ain't going to be wrong. The numbers are the numbers. The players are, I'm taking Nerfy next. All right, moving on to San Diego, Arizona. 160 Arizona with a 9.5 total spreadsheet. And we see Arizona's doing good offensively. San Diego is, well, Not good. Not that great. That's why they're 4-6. Good job, guys. Let's go look at the pitchers. Who's going out there today? We want Padres Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen versus Brian Burgert. Walks for Zach is very high. His earned runs are high, but you're going to pick at San Diego, who does walk a lot. And they walk. They don't strike out and they walk. 3.6. They're high on the walks, so we might actually just take that. Are you getting 2 walks? Like 3-4 potential 2.5 on a 1.5. I do like that. 2.6. I like that. As long as they don't like own this dude or something or whatever, we'll see. Gone versus San Diego. I mean, yeah, there's some home runs and some bats, but nothing. There's only like 400 average. Nothing crazy on here. So 2 home runs, 17 bats. That's Tatis. That's normal. That ain't crazy. Righties versus San Diego, Arizona versus righties, and Arizona versus Burgers. Nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna take Gone over 1.5 walks. We got some wild props today. Weird props. So GALEN over 1.5 BBs. I got Nerfies, I got run lines, I got the half plus first fives, now we got a walk prop. So there we go. Next. All right, moving on from that one to Boston and the Yankees. Numbers look good for Boston. Let's see. Scroll up 2 right there. Let's see. 165 for the road team for the Yankees. 8.5 was our total. That's clearly a pitching matchup. It's got to be. We look at the numbers. Number 1 run team is Boston. Number 10 is the Yankees. Number 5 versus 16. 3 versus 16. 1v8. Boston's doing better with the bats overall, but let's look over at the actual pitching and see, because that matters a lot. We want this one. So, Carlos Rodon versus Hunter Adubens. And, I gotta go straight to earned runs for both these guys because I don't see much, and I ain't taking his strikeout. 7 has a little, but Boston strikes out so much. I might have to take it anyway. So let's do the earned runs, but I'm also gonna open up the strikeout tab real quick so we can take a peek ski at it. Carlos, I tried to take you, and you only had 5 in the game at home against Boston. Now I'm supposed to take you on the road for 7.5? I don't think so. If you couldn't get this number at home, why do I expect you to get it on the road? Yeah, not a chance. Can't do that. Let's see. Dobbins earned runs how many games you pitched this season? He's only pitched in this many games. So there's this whole season. 2.5 is his average. Last 5 is 2.6. And you can see his innings. There's his innings. And let's pop back up here to Carlos. You got rocked for 5 last time against Boston at home. Now you're on the road. So I don't think I want to try. I mean, yeah, you've been pretty good outside of this game and the A's. So I don't know if I trust you. Dobbins versus Yankees. Historically, there's your stats. Judge has a home run, 2 at-bats like he does against most people. Righties versus Yankees. Boston versus lefties. And Carlos versus Boston. Anybody own anybody here? Let's see, 3s. We got 0 for 8 for Gonzalez. 0 for 6. Yeah, we got 4 for 10. Not bad. The home run for Wong, but nothing's really standing out. So we have 2 pitchers that have potential. We got one who is potentially great outside of one game, who was happened to be the last game, and then Dobbins is we don't have that much data. He does give up some runs, but I don't. I don't like no. I lean the over, but I'm not even gonna take that. I think we're gonna pass next. All right, moving on to, not that one, this one. Cleveland and Seattle. We took strikeout prop yesterday in this game. It hit nicely. Thanks, Seattle pitcher. And now we have Seattle 137 is our total. Let's look at our numbers. And Seattle is just leaving everybody on base. Like, they're getting on base, like, easily. The number 1 average, number 1 in hits, but then 23rd in RBIs and 25th in runs. What? How? That's pathetic. You should be dominating until you're 2-8 because you can't, you're not clutch when it matters most. So let's go look at the props of who's going out there, who's pitching today. We want Manas, and it's going to be George Kirby, who has gone over 2 earned runs a bunch of times against BB versus who's strikeouts. And Cleveland is 26, Seattle 17 to strikeouts, so we're not looking at strikeout prop for you. We'll look at earned runs, though. Earned runs, let's load them up. Let's take a peek. Let's see, 2.5 last 10, 2.6 last 5. That doesn't help me none. And then earned runs for you, 3 and 3.2. So we got a 3.2 and a 2.6. That comes out to what, a 5.8. What's our total? 7? Well, hell, that leads the bullpen to get 1.2. I think they can do that. Let's see. Especially with Seattle's offense crushing, maybe they could score a run or two. Who knows? Kirby versus Cleveland. 625 and 8 at bats, but nothing to show for it. Doesn't help me out at all. Home run, don't care. Nothing else, no. Righties versus Cleveland. There you go. Seattle versus righties. Seattle versus BB. And nothing. Yeah, whole lot of nothing. So we got two pitchers that give up runs. The total's super low at 7. I don't care it's that low. We don't trust bullpens around here. And the fact that we have the #1 hitting team at home, yeah, just straight up give me that over 7. I would take, I'm not going to trust Seattle. Just give me over 7. 7? Yeah. And it's even favors to the under. Look at that. Yeah, go ahead and get you. Can I just go ahead? Can I just grab a 6.5 at that kind of number? Let's see. Let's see if I can get. I'll do it. I absolutely will do that. Let me get a alternate. No. Alternate total. Yeah. What's that 6.5 looking like? You want to go there anyways. Over 6.5 is 130. Absolutely. I'm going to take that one. Let's do it. That means I only have to rely on, if they do their averages, just their averages, the bullpens combined have to give up 1 run. I like that. We'll rock with it. We'll see what happens. Over 6.5 next. All right, last game, San Fran and the Doyers. We currently got Doyers 174 with a 9.5. We come to the sheet and we see that's the wrong game. This is the right game. There we go. San Fran. They've been doing 8-2 for the Giants. Good stuff. 5-5 for the Dodgers. Look, they're tied for first, or tied. It's probably for first. I know Arizona's right there with them too. So yeah, look at the numbers. Props. Let's go look. Get rid of you two and bring up the last game of pitchers, and it's going to be Kershaw versus Roop. Landon Roop has been where's his hits at now? 0 over 5.5. Yeah, because he hits 5 every game. When it was 4.5, we were cashing this bad boy, but now. Yeah, he has a trend. You can't tell. When it was right here, we hit all of these. We bet every single one of these 5s because they were 4.5 was his line. Now, see his 1.5. Can you get a 4.5 line? Yeah, for 190. Yeah, and yeah, there you go. He gives up 5. That's just what he does. So, let's look at Kershaw. Kershaw's giving up hits. Facing the Giants, who are 25th in hits. Like, somehow the Giants are just manufacturing runs out of nowhere. I don't know where they're getting them from, but they're doing it. So, all right, let's just look at earned runs for both of them so we can kind of get an idea. Let's get rid of you. Let's see. Kershaw, 2 and 2. So it is 2. Okay, cool. That's your average. Loop earned runs, 1.7. 0.8. Okay, we got 2 nasty pitchers here. Okay. Matchup-wise, Kershaw versus San Fran. There we go. We got 3 for 10. We got Yastrzemski with a 313 and 16 with a home run. 875 is a little low. I want my OPS over 1. I don't like below 1. Like, I want to see, like, Fitzgerald, 1.2. Show me. Against lefties, there's San Fran, Dodgers versus righties, Dodgers versus Roop. Damn, not much there. I don't like this. Not liking it. Not loving it. I don't want more of it. So, yeah, San Fran may be playing better, but the pitchers, both pitchers are nasty. If anything, can I take San Fran plus 1.5? Hold up. So, they got, to me, yeah, Roop didn't, he gave a 3. Roop, Landon is better recently. Like, he shut down the A's, who've been pretty good with the bats. Washington's terrible, whatever. Detroit, San Diego, Atlanta, whatever. You know what? I'm down. Go ahead and give me. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll be 10 plays. Yeah, give me San Fran plus 1.5 today. How about that? It's 130. Let me show you the line so you can see it. 130 on the plus 1.5. I'm down for that. Yeah, we'll call that and call it a day right there. So the sheet, not the sheet, the schedule sheet, that's what I mean. Tomorrow is Sunday, typical daytime. Look at all these day games before we have Sunday night baseball. So this video will almost positively be up tonight because I got shit to do in the morning tomorrow. So I got some plans, I got things to do. So I'm going to try to get this video up tonight for you. That way you can watch it overnight and whatever. So sometime later I'll do it. I might not have that many props, but guess what? We'll still make a video regardless. That way we can show the information. So appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing, what you're fading, if I'm wrong, if I'm right, what, or how you've been doing. You know what? Hey, just say hi. Cool. Check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheet. Check out Outlier. You got to saw that. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you later tonight to talk Sunday baseball. Peace.